All right, welcome everyone. Today, April the 30th, 2022. This is a beautiful, amazing day for an eclipse. So we have a beautiful eclipse in Taurus on this new moon, and I have an amazing panel of beautiful souls here today that are going to be sharing their genius with you about the energies that we're in, about this eclipse, and any other important transits or particular things that they want to bring out that they feel are important to share with us today. So my name is Linda Galvan. I'm a spiritual intuitive. I'm a soul guide. I am a sacred alchemist. And I love doing transmission of light on these very important days. And so I'm excited to offer today these beautiful pieces of wisdom from these wonderful souls. And then we're going to do a powerful transmission of light on this day. These transmissions bring in specific light codes for you that are supportive for you on your journey. And so this particular eclipse apparently is going to be affecting us for the next 3 years in different ways through the different transits that are going to be happening. So maybe one or other of the astrologers might, address that. But it's going to be an amazing, powerful energy that is going to come back to revisit us several times. So today is the start of it. It is a new moon. We're planting seeds, intentions for manifestation. Today would be a beautiful time to put pen to paper and literally write out those intentions and manifestations that you are wanting to bring into your life. So without further ado, I'm going to have each of our panel do a little 1-minute introduction of who they are, and then we will get going with the information and then the transmission. So let's start with Mercy. Mercy, would you like to share?
Sure. I'm Mercy Morales, and I'm an astrologer and an Ayurvedic lifestyle consultant here in Austin, Texas.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mercy. And how long have you been playing around with astrology?
Oh gosh, well, really, I followed it for a few decades, and then about the last 7 years, went into real deep study and just you just find out there's always more to learn. You can never stop learning about astrology. It's like a lifelong experience.
It is beautiful. Well, I'm so happy to have you, Mercy.
Thank you.
Um,
Happy to be here.
yes, absolutely. All right. Adam, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, hey Linda, thanks. I'm Addhem Mcmonn, previously Addhem McMahon, and I've been working with astrology for most of my adult life and also been a massage therapist since I was 20 years old. So it's been about 16 years that I've been integrating energy work, channeling, and worked on many clients. And recently, in these past about 4 years, taken astrology so much deeper, and it's been amazing to shift with kind of more verbal healing and energy healing on that basis with the hands-on, and all very powerful. So, healer and astrologer, about 16 years, and I'm so excited about this. So, thanks for having me.
Wonderful. Thank you, Adam. AJ, would you like to introduce yourself? Uh-oh, where's AJ?
Hi,
There you are.
I'm Ajje Hartwell. This is my partner, Amber Lee. I've been doing astrology for a while. Really love astrocartography, which is relational astrology or locational astrology. And also, we really love the galactic astrology based off the it's really changed our life. But I'm an artist, and I'm so glad to be this here with us today. Oh, and we live in Hawaii.
Yes, aloha. Thank you so much, AJ. Your connection's a little bumpy. I'm just letting you know that you might need to repeat a couple of things if we don't hear you clearly. All right, Gwendolyn, would you like to
Okay,
introduce
great.
yourself?
Yeah, hi. I'm Gwendolyn, and I've been working with astrology since I was 9 years old, so 40 something years. And to me, it feels like it's like this root underneath of kind of understanding how systems work and how we relate. And it's always been, to me, my whole path has been relationship and sacred relating. How do we relate and how do we connect? And so in that path, I've worked with many tools, astrology being kind of like always aware of that dance with the sky and the earth and our bodies and our relationships. And I also work with constellation work, as some people here know, and I work with group energy and I work with individuals. So all of this is about sacred relating. And to me, the dance of the earth and the heavens and us as part of that and where we are on it is, a big part of the joy. And astrology is, the more I learn, like Marcy said, there's more to learn. You take in, it's like a constant learning of how patterns work and relate. And that's what I love to do with groups and with individuals. And so I love being in this, as Adam said when we were meeting before, that this is very Uranus, like we're gathering in community, and community is my passion, collective transformation, and organic collective transformation and personal expansion. So I love doing things with you, Linda. And yeah, I love getting to share in this with all of you. I love that there's many wisdom keepers speaking today, because to me, that's part of the time that we're in.
Exactly. That's exactly the time we're in. We're in a time of divine collaboration, bringing in the oneness and the unity, realizing that we don't have to do it alone. And the astrology is here supporting us in this. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to get right into some of the wisdom. So Mercy, would you like to begin?
Sure. I know this is exciting. I'm really grateful to be sharing this eclipse event with all of you. Gosh, isn't it just exciting to be perched on the brink of change? And when you're really present in it, then it's fascinating to kind of watch everything unfold. And that's what eclipses promise in our life, is the change. It's like, oh no need to get stifled or stuck in any situation, because the sands of time are always moving, and we have all of these aspects that come into play that really kind of push us along our path sometimes. And so we have this eclipse today, and it is at 10 degrees Taurus, and it's a partial eclipse, as Linda pointed out. And eclipses come in pairs. So we will be having another eclipse in the middle of May that is going to be our end. So it's like a gateway is opening today, and then we'll move through the next couple of weeks, and we'll have the Scorpio eclipse in an opposing sign, which is how eclipses happen. We're dealing with an axis of balance. So that eclipse will happen, and that will be a total lunar eclipse in 2 weeks. And the space-time in between eclipses and the energy it's really interesting, because what's popping into my mind right now is actually the Bermuda Triangle, where everything, you're kind of stepping outside of space and time. So we have circumstances or events that can get rearranged or reprogrammed, or maybe you think a timeline for something that you want to create, like, oh, I intend on teaching and I'm going to do that one day. But then maybe this eclipse event is aligning something in your life where it's like, oh, actually, you're going to be doing that now. And so we can work with, oh, am I ready? Because it will bring things much quicker than you anticipated, or in a different way. And especially because we have Uranus within orb of this eclipse. So, 10 degrees, Uranus is at 14 degrees. So it's speaking really loudly to this event. So, it'll definitely be influencing us in that respect. And solar eclipses also always happen on a new moon. And traditionally, a new moon does speak to new beginnings. However, this one's interesting because we have so many other aspects going on that really are pointing to, hey, this is a new perspective, which may be creating a new beginning in something that has already been evolving for a while in your life. So it's, kind of shedding that the aha moments can come. And with our later eclipse, like, here's what I need to clear out to really move into this. We're looking at different themes, like the umbrella of this eclipse of Taurean themes are self-worth, what we value in our life, what foundations are we building in our life that we can then move forward and build structures that are really going to last and that we want to persevere over this next few years. As Linda was saying, you know, these eclipses, they kind of come and go. And if you don't know anything with astrology, you may think, oh, that eclipse came and went and nothing really happened. But just wait, because if you're tracking it, you will see these changes unfold, because, you know, what happens in astrology is we'll have an aspect. And when that aspect happens, just like we just had this beautiful Jupiter Neptune event, which is a like once in, you know, every 160th years event, that happens and you're kicking off a new cycle from the time they conjoin, then a new cycle begins. And really what that is it's a vibratory resonance that is pinging out. And so all of a sudden we have these new codes that are playing, and how we're all taking them in, and they all happen to show up in our lives is of course unique to each and every one of us. But so, you know, we're always working in astrology with rhythms and cycles. And you know, when we can consciously look at what that means in our life, well, then we get a lot of power in our life. We feel very empowered. And, you know, a few other categories that we may be looking at are our finances with this, because Taurus is ruled by Venus. We're going to be looking at our relationships with ourselves, with others, our possessions, our ability to nourish and nurture ourselves, our ability to connect with the earth and create peace and groundedness and harmony in our lives. We're looking at the receptive nature of love, which of course relates to how we are giving love. But, you know, often we'll have a block in an area where we're not quite sure where that is. But luckily, we'll have an eclipse moment that can open that up to us, and we can be like, oh, it's coming in loud and clear now, and I'm developing how I'm going to move through this. So, you know, we've had this ruler of Venus. Linda, of course, cut me off if my time is running. I meant to set an alarm and I didn't. So just let me know when it's time to switch. We have Venus, the ruler of this eclipse, and she has been really on a very long journey since our last eclipse in November. And so she spent a lot of time in Capricorn, which says we're going to be doing the work with the relationship with yourself, with the relationship with abundance, with relationship with others. She came up and she conjoined Pluto. And Pluto is really digging deep, looking at things that you may or not have even realized were there. So it's going to bring these issues to light. And she went over Pluto, and then she reversed back over, and then she went forward. So we had plenty of time to look at what the issues were. Then she moved forward with Mars that says, hey, we're going to address these issues. We're going to look at them. We're going to have actions that are going to resolve these issues, that are going to help us heal these issues in our life. And so then she was going between Pluto and Saturn, which those are more grounded planets, more serious, where you have to do the work if you are going to get the benefits. And so as we moved through that conjunction with Saturn, well, then she arrived in Pisces. And that is where she is now. And Pisces is a sign of her exaltation. And so she is sharing Pisces, and actually today she is conjoining Jupiter. A few days ago on Thursday, she was conjoining Neptune. And so that is speaking to, what have we learned through this journey? What can we experience through this Venusian quality and care in our life that now we can radiate in our world and to those around us? All right.
That is beautiful, Mercy. Oh my gosh. So many things I have to sit with around that. I just wanted to add that it's been very, as far as relationship goes, there's been so much movement with people and relationships, not just our romantic relationships, but then, of course, our relationships with all
Yes.
that's in our lives, right?
Oh,
And
yes.
an interesting message that I received, and then it was confirmed through another astrologer that I follow, is this energy of this ancient timelines coming in right now that are wanting to be accessed. So these higher timelines of when we were in our highest love, when we were in our highest abundance, when we were in our highest health, when we were in a higher timeline, like we have access to that right now.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I'm really excited about that because I was like, okay, time to collapse the timelines into
Oh, and
those
it's
highest
happening. It
timelines
is
from other
happening.
lifetimes.
Yes.
So yeah, so it just reminded me of that. So who knows, maybe that might come into the transmission today. I'm just feeling the energy of it really strongly. So thank you, Mercy. Adam, are you ready to share your wisdom?
Yes, thanks, Linda. And Mercy, that was amazing. I loved what you gave us, the story of Venus in recent past, especially since this is the Taurus new moon partial solar eclipse. And Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus. And so I think it's important to showcase the journey Venus has been through and things we've had to go through in that Venus retrograde with Pluto and that retrograde sweeping over and back, and then going into Pisces land where Jupiter is in its traditional home sign. Venus is in its home sign. I'm sorry, it's exalted, like you said, which is a comfortable place. And Neptune also in its home sign. There's so much in relation to what you were saying too, Linda, about accessing other dimensions, ancestral information. And I've even looked, 2176 will be the next Jupiter Neptune conjunction, and almost sending transmissions to our future soul selves from now, because we're still
Oh, I
going to
love
be doing
that.
this work. And the ability to tap into this intense, sensitive nature of interdimensional travel and the deep inner work right now, I think is incredible. And doing the work is typically Mars's job, which is also in Pisces, and it's in the opposite sign of its ruler. And I think that this adds more of like the there's been a lot of divine feminine work. So how interesting, the masculine planet is in a feminine water sign. This eclipse is in a feminine earth sign. And I use archetypes a lot to understand astrology because it's more simple when you look at this sometimes archetypal of what does Taurus rule? It's a feminine sign. And are we honoring our divine feminine? Are we choosing to make the changes so that we can share more of our gifts, so we can value ourselves more and enjoy our life and keep things simple and feel good, which is all things that the positive aspects of Taurus loves to embody. And I think looking at the nodes is always important on eclipse season because it's when there's a new moon or a full moon that there's a solar or a lunar eclipse. And it's interesting with the solar eclipse because obviously it's a new beginning, but even with this partial, I think kind of the opaque middle curtains in a hotel, kind of just covering some of the light. What have we fallen a trap to in the Scorpio South Node? And the addictions of the negative thinking or the habits that are destroying us and keeping our light hidden. It's almost easier to grab junk food off the counter because it's just there, and that's kind of the South Node. So we have to be careful about falling prey to the negative aspects of Scorpio and those addictions to the stuff that aren't really constructing a life that we enjoy, but kind of keeping us back and destroying us. And so it's important, again, to focus on the new beginnings and the themes during every eclipse season, especially a new moon, and to be aware of those addictions or the negative cycles that we're working through so that we can value ourselves more, respect ourselves more, have more to offer, and really step into the limelight. And this whole thing for me and AJ personally is very Uranian. And I love what Mercy said about suddenly just getting opportunities and have to take them. That's really why I'm here. And of course, it's in Saturn and Aquarius land. We're all talking through screens, and this will change, and Saturn will move on, and we'll get the warmth of the opposing sign Leo of everybody, give each other a hug, you know. But right now we can do the digital hugs in Aquarius land, and we'll play by the rules because we kind of have to. But we're finding creative ways to share our gifts, and this is bringing more value to everybody. And Taurus is so nurtured by the simple pleasures of life. And I think as we focus our intent on setting up the themes of the changes that are necessary so that we can share more of that in simple ways, life is going to be less intense, which is very Scorpio. And I have mostly Scorpio in my chart, and I'm a Libra, so I can speak for the Venetian themes here and do my best, but finding ways to balance my intensity and keep things simple is an important theme for me in this. And this is kind of a shocking Uranian way to do that. Another couple things here. Of course, Venus and Jupiter are conjunct today, just within 45 minutes after this solar eclipse. What a powerful blending of expansion of love here and spiritual relationships. It's such an honor to speak between so many high level intuitive light workers here. And I think that with all this Pisces energy, this is a very special time, especially spiritually, to create new beginnings and relationships in the spiritual community. Jupiter is applying to Chiron. It's got on 10th of May, I believe it is. Jupiter, yes, goes into Aries. And as it applies to Chiron, which is oftentimes the wounded healer, I like to call him the holistic badass, we get to create opportunities to expand healing and face the pain of a lot of the struggles we've been through over these past couple of years, especially from 2020. When Saturn and Jupiter were with Pluto. And we could see how intense that was. And as Jupiter gets farther from Saturn and closer to Uranus, and as it'll have to enter Aries first and back into Pisces for a couple months, October, November, then back into Aries. But next spring, when Jupiter gets into Uranus, we're going to have another eclipse season in a year. We're going to have all that positive expansion on that eclipse with Uranus. And it's exciting to think that right now we are planting the seeds that are going to flourish and eventually start growing then. And maybe we can all meet up again and reassess how things have gone during those eclipse seasons. So also, those are very exciting points. The Jupiter applying to Chiron. It's on his way to expand healing, and the spiritual work we've done internally to share more of our gifts is going to be a key player in that. Especially since Mars is the ruling planet of Aries and Jupiter tends to expand conflict. And on a global basis, we'll pay attention to what happens and do our best on an individual level to help the collective through those healing processes, which are likely going to be intense and very distracting to our work. So again, keeping it simple, staying grounded in Taurus, not too intense, and feeling good about all the changes that we're initiating are vital right now. And Pluto just went retrograde yesterday, and it's been interesting to see all the major planets direct for the last, since that Venus retrograde, very rare. I feel like there's really been a lot of power play moves in the outer world, at least in my personal life. And one by one, as these planets start to slow down, and Pluto being the slowest, that's like a semi truck slowing down on the highway and then putting it in reverse. It's going to take a minute, but I can already see the shift of my own personal transformative work going internalized to crystallize over the next 5.5 months while Pluto turns retrograde. So when it goes direct, we're going to be able to initiate even stronger power with the gifts that we share and the effects that's going to help people awaken to these new understandings of how they can feel better and share their gifts more, which is the whole theme, in my opinion, of this solar eclipse. And I've also noticed that a lot of people are awakening. We did talk about this whole great awakening when Jupiter and Saturn entered Aquarius in December of 2020. And I'm seeing a lot of very powerful people that already heal, that are not spiritual and very guarded, being invited and opening up, even though it's awkward. And it's been exciting to see some high-level psychotherapists that have no spirituality seeking out spirituality and going on trips and now turning to this community. So we're growing in strength. There's a lot of value here that is growing, which is the second house. That's what Taurus rules. And so let's continue to innovate our approach and take the sudden things that come, like Mercy was saying, and just roll with it, because Uranus rewards the risks here. And eclipse season tends to be Uranian in nature. So this, again, with Uranus 4 degrees from this, let's change our approach and do things different so that we can feel so much better about who we are and what we're sharing, and work with Saturn and Aquarius, really, because it's been strange, the new rules and the challenges we've had to work through, but it's really reinventing our perception of everything that's going to help us share our gifts the most and find a way to work through those challenges, which really has benefits at the end, as Saturn lessons always do. And again, thank you for having me share this. I think that's about time. And Linda, I'll hand it off
Yes.
to you.
Thank you so much, Adam, for all that extra information that we have. And I forgot to share with all the participants that are listening right now, if you have questions for our wonderful panel, you can write those down, and at the end, after we've done the transmission, you can ask your questions. You can actually type them in the chat if you want. And then I'm also going to invite each of the speakers to type into the chat their contact information, so that if you want to use their services at some point, you'll have a way to contact them. So yes, thank you so much, Adam. All right,
welcome.
AJ, are you ready?
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, it is such a blessing to be here. We are so honored, and this is such an important time. We've been calling it a holy shift. You guys feeling the holy shift energy? And we've also been saying that we're being galactivated right now. So I got cut off earlier by Uranus as sudden changes, but here we are live from Lemuria here in Hawaii. So glad to be here. This is my partner, Amberly. We have been spiritual guides, and I study astrology and astrocartography. And we're really into galactic astrology, which is inspired by Mayan astrology. And so I'm gonna show you guys some of that today. And we've had so many really amazing communication about the transits. So we're gonna kind of give you the galactic astrology version as well. So, okay, here we go. So we are in the year of the yellow seed. The yellow seed in galactic astrology from the galactic calendar. We'll put a link to the galactic calendar there, but it's changed our life. So the yellow seed year, this is the year of flowering, targets, and awareness. So we're targeting on what we want to flower in our life, and we're gaining awareness through these experiences. So talking to the solar eclipse and the new moon, some believe that solar eclipse with the new moon is like 100 new moons in one. And we already know, like, new moon, if we're going to be setting intentions like 100 times, and also just feel positive about this, but many monks believe that their thoughts, actions, and deeds during this kind of time actually holds the weight of 10,000 times more than what it usually would. So I'm just saying that because this is a great time to make a top 10 list of your affirmations, of things that you're manifesting, saying it like it's already happening. And the top 10 list has changed our life every morning and night. It's like, heaven on earth and peace on earth is in this now. We're all connected to our highest God self. We're in the perfect divine couple relationship with our masculine and feminine, inside and outside. We have the perfect land, home, and tribe, stuff like that, and feel like it's already happening because it's radiating out. Especially, we're surrounded by water and it's conductive. It's like radiating out. And it feels to me like such a time for the light workers and the people that have good things to share with this world in the time when the world needs it. It's now. This is the time we're speaking our truth. And I'm getting God chills on this, but basically today is the white wind in galactic astrology. So can you imagine if this energy is going to be repeating cycles over years? This day is about communicates, breath, and spirit. So it's like we're communicating God through us right now, and this is what we're doing, and we're the ones we've been waiting for. And so all the stories and the things that we're seeing in the world, people are talking about, I really like to think that life is like a lucid dream, and we are awakening from the dream. And so this energy with Jupiter matching Neptune, it's like the dream, it's like what we're imagining into reality, and then our long-term goals. Jupiter, the biggest planet, it's like the big picture of our life, and it's everything we're going to be doing for the next 20 and 30 years. And so it's just very interesting. I just want to be a hollow bamboo. That's also another theme of this day, is to just be the hollow bamboo and relax and kind of take a step back, and let the spirit come through you. Amberly's mother gave that channel to us. So, this is also the wave spell. So they're 13-day cycles, and this is based off of the 13 moon calendar, the galactic astrology. So we are in the wave spell of the eagle. I know Adam had a message coming through of the hawk. And so during the eagle wave spell, it is about creates, vision, and mind. So it's like what we're creating, we're holding that vision, like the Arcturian energies, they all hold this vision together, and that's how it comes into form, is that we're all imagining it, we're all feeling it, we're all there, and beyond time and space in the quantum reality, like we're there now. And so the more we can hold that frequency as different timelines separate, we're gonna ascend into the highest timeline. And so let's just ask for that now. We are going into the highest timeline. 900 years in the future, it was channeled that the world did awaken and we did ascend. So if you have any doubts, you can let them go. This is a great time to let go, by the way. One of the words for this new moon Taurus solar eclipse is opportunity. And what's interesting is today in galactic astrology is guided by the world bridger, which is opportunity. And another part of that is death. And it's death in that we're letting go of what no longer serves us so we could welcome in what we want to manifest, what we want to create. And so we're moving soon here, within a few days, into the next wave spell. And it's going to be the wave spell of the star. And so that's about being the artist. And that's about creating your own life. It's art, elegance, and beauty. And so we are going to live artfully and literally be the writers of our story and create what we want to experience. And it's not what we hear outside of us, but it's more so what we decide and what we're wholly shifting into as we're being galactivated together on this sacred day. So just so excited here. So another thing too is we only have a few days left of the month of manifestation in galactic calendar. So it is literally, this is prime time. If you've got something you've always wanted to manifest, literally it's like, with art, creativity is everything that we create and art is what we keep. So literally, it's really a good time to just focus on the things that we want to bring into the future and just blast it out, And so the next month in a few days is going to be the month of spectral tone, which is liberation. And it's about dissolving and releasing and liberating. So this is a time to put it all out there because we're about to let go and shift into our highest timeline together in this now. And so I also thought it was very interesting that the connection between Neptune and Jupiter is at 27 degrees. And I like to think of the 27th and the number 27 as a number that's connected to divinity. And so it's like the number 7 of the angels with number 2, it's like connection, divine union. And so this is a divine connection with our dreams and our goals. And so I also want to speak to the relationship sector here because we have a conjunction with Mars and Venus and Pisces. Mars and Venus, the masculine and feminine planet, are together. So these two planets are literally together in the psychic sign, which is all about releasing and liberation, being the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces. We're literally releasing and connecting into these psychic realms empowered by Neptune. And this is a time of connecting our masculine and feminine within ourselves and then outside of ourselves, because that's the way how we attract divine partnership, is we connect it within and out. And also another way is to literally ask for it. Like if you are ready for a divine partner, talk to them like they're already with you and say that you're ready, but you got to be ready. And you literally can wholly shift in that quantum timeline. I've seen it many times. So literally what we want, our dreams, it's like this is a portal. Adam and me were just speaking about that. After this, there's kind of like a low tide, the energies are going to go back lower again. We've got a Mercury retrograde coming up. So the energy is now strike the iron while it's hot, and it's high time to manifest what we want. And just finishing up here. Oh my gosh, is there anything else that you think?
Beautiful, beautiful, everyone. I wanted to add that we're in the Taurus. And so Taurus in the sky and our beautiful cosmos, I want to bring in our Pleiadian brothers and sisters, because the Pleiades actually sits 300 plus stars of the Pleiades sits directly in the bull's throat. And so it's like the Pleiadians are really like singing to us right now. Their beautiful frequency is coming through the bull's bellow, and so we have this opportunity right now to connect with our Pleiadian selves in those other timelines that we were speaking about earlier. And so just letting our cosmic brothers and sisters be a part of this beautiful transmission, and also shifting us into our higher timelines through the throat as we speak and express and step out on the stage, allowing our divine masculine and feminine to both hold us on stage and also express so beautifully in the feminine.
Thank you. This is a great time for manifestation circles. If you've got a group of friends and you want to like empower each other's manifestation and you know, put it out there, really magical miracles can happen with that. And just a word of advice with that South Node in Scorpio, if anybody's feeling like deep, darkest of the dark energy with other beings or within the self, it's kind of like a sacred journey. Focus on the beauty. We were speaking about that. If any of those energies come up, really focus on the beauty, the simplicity, and the pleasure.
Which Taurus is so good at.
Yeah, absolutely. With that Venus energy about like what feels good and, you know, our senses. I just want to say last thing, you know, joy is very important. You know, going towards what brings us joy and having joy in every moment, even if it's not whatever it is, like feeling that joy. It's like a frequency and of emotion that we're radiating outward that's manifesting the things around us. And with that Taurus energy of raising that high frequency in those tones, we're speaking it into reality. How is that? Thank you. We good on time?
That's perfect. Oh my gosh, thank you so much, AJ. There's so much packed in there. Whoa. I love it. And so thank you, Amberly, for bringing in the Pleiadians. It's so interesting because right before I jumped on, I just did my own little centering and grounding and started calling in all the energies for our call today. And what came in very strongly is, oh yeah, don't forget all of our galactic brothers and sisters out there who are here surrounding us and supporting us with their love and their light and, you know, just good vibes to assist us as we're continuing on this ascension process, both individually and as a collective. So I'm so glad you brought in our Pleiadian brothers and sisters. For those of you who don't know what the Pleiadians are, well, you can go research that.
Linda, I just want to say too, may we all be happy, healthy, wealthy, and well, and live our highest timeline, our best lives ever, and be in heaven on earth and peace on earth in this now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aho.
Yes. Okay. Let's all claim that. I claim that. So if anybody says anything that you love, you just say, I claim that. Okay. And then that energy and that frequency is brought to you too. Okay. So know that today, all of the beautiful energies that we're bringing to this call, to this conscious group that is here now and those that will watch later, know that we're amplifying everybody's manifestation, dreams, and intentions right now just by being together in this beautiful conscious field of light. So I just want to thank you all for all the beautiful vibes you're putting out there right now and all the beautiful things that you are wanting to manifest, because it's actually supporting all of us in our individual and collective manifestation. All right, so now last we have Gwendolyn. Are you ready?
Yes, it's a lot that we've opened right now, right? I feel like everyone could just take a deep breath in and really feel all that we've opened right now. And we're in that eclipse portal. The eclipse is starting to happen within this next hour, right? Just feeling into our bodies, because this eclipse is in Taurus, and the earth, we are in the earth, and our bodies are the earth, right? We are in this gift of our bodies. And as we open to all this new energy that's here, the cosmic dance that we're part of, right? Astrology and the cosmology, which is through the Mayan systems is where that's sourced from too. And I've actually followed that for decades. So it's fun to feel that come in. All that cosmic energy. And here we are in these bodies as humans right now, right? And I invite us to really feel that, because this eclipse is in Taurus. It's, as each of them have spoken to, there's the simplicity. And really in our senses is how Taurus comes to life, is in our touch and in our breath and our, all of the sensation in our body. So really that's kind of, I bring it in Taurus right now, because we're in the eclipse, right? And Venus rules Taurus, as was spoken so beautifully. And it's really interesting because it's like, how do we really embody what's coming in right now? And this eclipse today is inviting that. That's manifestation, right? As we embody, we live it, we experience it. The other thing about Taurus, and it also has to do with what was spoken to about all the planets going forward. And now we have Pluto just start to retrograde, and we have retrogrades coming, is that we've been on this crazy ride, right? Of all the planets going forward, so many things moving around, so many things changing. And this is a lot for human bodies to be with, right? And this eclipse, which is really beautiful, is kind of saying, okay, we're going to get together in Taurus right now, which is where the North Node is, right? So that's actually the future we're being called to. And it's been mentioned, this simplicity, the being in our bodies. What are we eating? Who's around us? Who are we actually touching in person? And then in this way, this Aquarian way, right? That's, and how are we receiving from it? I feel like receiving from the earth, the sensuality, the senses are really how we take in from the earth. We take in life. And so there's this invitation as this opens on so many levels that we really drop into our bodies. And it's an exquisite gift astrologically that we get this eclipse right now to really drop into our bodies, not far from the North Node, which is calling us into our future. So there's really like this, what are we manifesting? What is this future we really want to be a part of? And I feel like that's, there's that perception shift that Addhem spoke about, that we're in this, we've had enough, shake it up. In fact, I loved it when everything shut down in 2020. We've had enough, shake it up, and having different experiences that we trust that we can create new things now. And we don't really want to go back. And astrology is basically saying there's no back anyway, so you might as well keep going. But then, as they were saying about Venus walking through everything, right? Capricorn, and now Venus and Jupiter on this day, on this eclipse, when it's like, okay, get in your body, get here on the earth, be in the earth, be with this new energy here, like a birth, be with this new energy here. And Pisces has its dance, it has its illusions, what's hidden, and then it's also got that spiritual ripple of unconditional love. Right in the center of this eclipse, Venus and Jupiter get together and they go, this is the birth, this is a blessing, we're going to give that blessing into all of us. So what we manifest for ourselves and with each other today is really relevant. So all of us being here today is extra special, like Linda said. It'll keep rippling if people are watching this later, and there's something exquisite coming in. And so it's to really be open to the blessings, right? The Venus-Jupiter blessings, the benefics, really be in this eclipse and knowing that this is the direction the node is calling us. So the future that we're part of, someone said there's been downloads from the future that we're part of is calling us in. And this eclipse today, this time, this whole weekend, and it's converging in the very earthy celebration of Beltane, right? The masculine and feminine, especially in this hemisphere. It's actually Halloween, or that All Saints Day on the other side. So just acknowledging that even our planet is having different sides. But this energy of the fertile, like they were saying, the masculine and feminine coming together, right? And creating life. And even in that symbolism, like this day, the 30th into the 1st on the calendar, although it's usually done related to a new moon or the full moon, you would go into really being into the wildness and the aliveness of your being, right? So as we open, this is the invitation, and it's really the stretch. We're actually being asked to root, right? Earth energy, root into our bodies, root into all that we are, and root in and really feel the earth right now. As I say that, to open your feet, open your pelvis, and really let yourself open to the earth. Feel the roots that you have that are with the earth, because the earth is in all this with us. She is big, and this being that we are part of is in all of this with us. So as this cosmic energy is coming in for each of us individually, it's coming into the earth, and we're all in this big shift, right? So that's what I feel in this, and acknowledging that the Pluto energy is very present, right? And that deep dive. So Pluto's been going forward and forward, and now it paused and is starting to retrograde, but we're going to go over a lot of things. That's what the retrogrades allow us to do. They allow us to get clearer and more detailed in how we integrate. So this is a really big opportunity to integrate the transformation that we're in, and to really be, and it's really kind of interesting if you reflect on just what's happening in the world. It's like everything's up for conversation. When we think of sacred relating, how we want everything, you know, there's someone might punch someone at the Oscars. I mean, there's just everybody's raw and everybody's messiness is up. And that's because that's part of what we need, is to be able to see all of it. And also to shift from a Piscean kind of hierarchical system to a more Aquarian world, we have to shift from having people be the superstars and the fame and all of that energy. So we're being asked to move into this Aquarian age. So the falling apart of all of the systems of hierarchy, even the way our money structures are, our government structures are, there's big astrology. That's Pluto US, there's all these pieces, but that's what's happening right now, is the structures are falling apart so that we can see what's true there, and we can get to the essence of what's there and then bring it into what we want to create. And that's why, coming back to that Taurus energy, what do we need? Because we don't need all that stuff, and we can be in new relationship with it. We're in creating with the new, right? And that's why I brought in, when things shut down in 2020, we all stopped for a while and we actually tuned in more with each other and with the earth. And I feel like that's also a practice, right, of this time, like of those intentions, those cosmic energies, what are we creating? But it's also the invitation to really listen to our bodies, which are our sacred piece of earth, and listen to the earth and let ourselves create with life. There's this older way of manifesting, and I've been on this path for many decades. You manifest, but we actually are in manifestation. We're in co-creation. And so all this manifesting energy that this Taurus eclipse is bringing in is allowing us to do that. And I will also mention that with the Pisces, especially for the last few days with the Pluto stationing, and we're heading into the retrograde, and an eclipse is whatever shadows we have to not do that are completely unavoidable. Like, we will see them. So I just want to acknowledge that as we open to this energy that we're already in, that Linda's going to bring in more, that having a place for our shadow and the uncomfortable hidden stuff. Being born is actually uncomfortable. If you watch newborn babies, it's not comfortable. It's very uncomfortable to come out into the world and figure it out and have all this sensation and not be held in a warm container. It's very different. And we're kind of in that new container. And what are we creating so we're both the new baby and the parent of the new baby. So I feel like that's this earth energy time that we're in. So yeah, there's being like giving a place for the discomfort. So the last thing I would say is a powerful tool just to know of is to whatever it is, whatever shadows here, whatever that Scorpio stuff, that deep hidden repressed stuff that's just coming to the surface, breathe it in, the shame, whatever it is, and give it a place like next to you. Like really go, oh, there's so much shame, and just breathe it in and give it a place and just say thanks. Like don't try and hide it, because that repression energy is actually not working anymore. So just give yourself a place and know that as we sit in this circle, even right now, the moon is shadowing the sun. So shadow is here, and we might as well give it a place. So understanding how precious that is. And then, as was said, taking in the earth, taking in the life energy that's here for us, the sensuality, the people, the touch, all that's here. And the last thing I want to write that comes from what Mercy said with the Venus, it's just so clear that we're supposed to lead from this embodied love place. And that we can. Even 3 years ago, people wouldn't have believed we could as much as they do now. We can. And that's what I feel like there's a grounding in right now, is we can create with this and in this way and in new ways with life. So yeah, like that's a little over 10 minutes maybe.
No, that was beautiful. Whoa, my God, all this incredible energy that's here. I'm like, okay, guys, come on. How are we going to do this transmission? We don't have 5 hours. Okay. So I'm thankful to all of you. If any of you have questions, you can put them in the chat and we'll address those later. And also the beautiful speakers can share in the chat their contact information. So if you want to reach out to them for services. But for right now, we're going to go into this transmission of light. So if this is the first time you've ever been a part of a transmission, it's very easy. I just ask everybody to chill out, relax, get yourself comfy. You can close your eyes during the transmission. You can't get it wrong. These transmissions are here to assist and support you by bringing in very specific light codes. The guides are going to be bringing in messages. So I'm just going to be listening to the field as to what wants to be brought in. It might be something having to do with something that the speaker said, or there might be some other message I don't know, because it's going to be a live channeling. So when I tune in, the guides will come in and share what they want to share. So I just ask that you all just get very comfortable. You can turn off your cameras if your cameras are on. You can just chill out and allow yourself to just open your body to receive the beautiful support that's here for you. And then once we're done with that transmission, we're going to open up to having our panel address any specific astrology questions that maybe you might have, or something that was said that you want more clarity on. So you can write those down after the transmission, and we'll have a little bit of time for that. So we're going to get started. So I'm just asking everybody right now to take some long, deep breaths. Get into your body. We're going to spend some time embodying right now. As Gwendolyn said, this is a time of being in the body, being in your body, in that beautiful energy of love and that balance of the masculine and feminine within yourself. So we're going to do that right now, and then we're going to go from there. So we're asking that all of the beautiful beings of light that are here, our beautiful galactic family that is here, our cosmic family, our human family, our ancestry, all the beautiful layers and levels of dimensional, unconditional love energies that want to be here, we invite them to surround us in a beautiful circle of white light. Only that which is of unconditional love or above is allowed here. We ask that only the highest beings be here present with us, holding us in the highest protection and light as we move through this eclipse, as we move through these shadows, as we move through our highest timeline collapses, as we move through life. We're asking these divine beings that are part of our journey to please be with us and support us and guide us, and that we listen, and that we align and attune to higher source wisdom in every moment. So right now as we breathe, we're setting a highest intention, the highest intention for your highest timeline. If it is aligned for you in your soul, we're setting the intention for your highest timelines to be called in. So just breathing and setting your personal intentions for what it is you want to have manifest in your life. And we're just going to be with this for just a moment. As you're breathing, I want you to allow yourself to drop into the body. Allow yourself to dream in, manifest in, at the same time that you're here with the struggles and the shadow aspects of your life. It's all here, and it's all incredibly beautiful. So just breathing in with all the energy that's here at this moment. It might feel really big and it might feel really heavy for you at this moment. Know that's going to shift by the end of the transmission, so just be with it right now and keep breathing. And for this moment, I just want you to focus on enjoying your breath. So I just want you to enjoy breathing in, inhaling the life that is here. And then as you exhale, enjoy the releasing, the letting go of all that no longer serves you. Breathing in the new, the life that is here right now. And then as you exhale, releasing what no longer needs to be here. Anything that has been heavy and is ready to release. So you're just allowing the breath to do that without you having to think about it. We're just setting an intention that our breath bring in more light, more life, more of the now higher timelines. And as we exhale, we're releasing out the older timelines, the lower timelines, the shadow aspects that no longer serve, the ways we have been carrying things that no longer serve. We're going to let our breath do that for us during this transmission. Breathing in the new, the light, the life, and exhaling out and releasing what no longer serves. So just keep breathing this way. And as you continue this breath, this joy of breathing and knowing that breath transforms so simply, with intention, your breath transforms, and that's happening in this now moment right now. As you breathe, you are being transformed by the breath of God, by spirit. So just breathing that in. And as you're breathing, we're going to now do some more grounding. So putting your attention on your feet in this now moment. And seeing roots begin to grow out of your feet into the earth, seeing them grow out of your tailbone into the earth. We're going to do some extra grounding because the energies and the frequencies are really high right now. So we need to really ground ourselves in. So see those roots growing all the way through all the layers of Mother Earth, all the way to her center. I like to imagine a crystalline heart in the center of Mother Earth, but if you would like to imagine something else, you can do that as well. And see your roots wrapping around Mother Earth's heart in the center of the earth. Good, and just keep grounding in, keep dropping in, giving permission for the body to release, to drop, to be held. You can even imagine yourself in a beautiful place in nature and just letting your body be held by Mother Earth right now as you let those roots continue to root in. And as we're rooting in, I'm going to give you some words to say out loud if you're able to. So the first thing that I would like you to repeat out loud so that you hear it. You hear yourself saying this. I am here now in a body on this earth. I am here now in a body on this earth. I am here now in a body on this earth. And just keep repeating that until you feel your body begin to relax more and drop more, so that you're really dropping into the truth. You are here right now in a body on this earth. This is a truth. So in this moment, if there's any aspect of your being that has not claimed that yet, you are invited to claim that. I claim that I am in a body on this earth at this time. I claim that. So you're claiming this truth in this moment, that you are in a body on this earth at this time. And now we're going to keep on with this. So now I want you to say, I claim this by love and by choice. I claim that I am in a body on this earth at this time. And I claim this by love and by choice. Whew, good. More energy moving. Really letting yourself drop in even more rooting into the earth as you allow yourself to claim your body right here, right now, on this earth, at this time, in love and in choice. You are a powerful, sovereign being. So I want you to now claim, I am sovereign in my body on this earth. I am sovereign in this body on this earth. Whew. Okay, that's a big one. I am sovereign in this body on this earth. So state that out loud and just notice how the energy has shifted. Notice how it shifted in your body. You're just noticing, you're curious. Don't think about it, you're just noticing. Good, one more time. I am sovereign in my body on this earth, by love and by choice. Good, wow. We have just gotten a Niagara Falls of light codes that have just been downloaded to everybody on a huge level. So just keeping your body open, expanding, letting these powerful light codes that are already here for us, they're coming in to bless us as we claim these powerful truths of embodying ourselves in love on this earth at this time. In order to manifest and to bring forward the dreams, to bring forward the intentions you have, you must claim yourself in a body on this earth. You must be in physical form in order for the physical to manifest for you. So this is very key, the guides are saying, that everyone claim your sovereignty in your body on this earth by love and by choice. And you may need to do it many times over the course of these next days, weeks, months, etc. Just claiming yourself in your body on this earth at this time, a sovereign being. A sovereign being. So there are millions of light codes coming in for each of you right now as I'm speaking these words. So know that the light codes that come in underneath the words. They come in through the energetic of the words. So there is possibly billions of words I could say right now. And the guides are just simplifying it so that you hear the succinct message. And you will receive the light codes at a deeper level in your psyche, in your conscious, unconscious, subconscious, and even in the multidimensional layers and expressions of who you are. So the guides are saying today's powerful light codes are literally coming into all layers and levels of you, into every area of your life at this time, as you claim your sovereignty in your body on this earth at this time by love and by choice. Because you are a sovereign being and you chose to be here by love. You chose to be in a body at this time. So anywhere where you are fighting or resisting that, the guides are saying it's time to let that one go. So just breathe it out. All the ways you didn't want to be here. All the ways you don't want to be here. All the ways you don't want to be in your body. All the ways you don't want to love yourself. All the ways you don't want to make choices in life. Whew. Yeah, just breathe it out. It's time to release it and let it go. Because that is blocking you from your now future. It is blocking you from what it is you have come here to do and be and express in the world. You have blocked it yourself by your conscious, unconscious, and subconscious belief systems that, of course, unfortunately have been, in many cases, programmed into us by our society, by our 3D matrix, by, generations that got trapped in the karmic wheel. And the guides today are saying, let's be done with the karmic wheel. They're saying that if you truly want to manifest your highest timeline in love, relationships, health, money, career, you name the area, if you want to bring in those highest timelines and collapse it into this now moment, you have to let go of all of the old programming and imprints that you have been carrying for the generations. That you've been carrying for others. You've been caring for your family, your loved ones, other souls that have passed. That it's time to let that go in order to allow your highest timeline to come to pass. So in this now moment, you're being invited. It's an invitation of love. It's an invitation of life, light, joy, expansion. All the beautiful energies of these beautiful planets are here. Their highest aspects are here in the energy of these light codes to support us in manifesting the highest possibilities for our lives. But first, we have to let go. We have to let go of our old definitions of ourself, our old definitions of what we think we can and cannot do, all the old negative stories you tell yourself that I can't have that body, I can't have that kind of money, I can't have that kind of career, I can't have that level of health, all the ways that you have allowed the solar plexus to stay collapsed in its disempowerment. The guides are saying, nope, it's time. It's time to empower yourself. Claim your sovereignty. You are not a victim on this planet. The guides are so clear about that. You are not. So if in any way you feel you are a victim of a relationship, a victim of your career, your choices, a victim of your body or your health issues, if you in any way are holding on to the victim consciousness, that energetic is going to expand. So the guides are bringing in a very important piece of information for you, that it's time to drop the victim consciousness in all ways. In all ways you've been holding it. In all ways. Even if you believe it's been working for you, I'm telling you, the guides are saying it won't be working for you very soon. In fact, for many of you, it's not working anymore. So anywhere you're holding victim consciousness, I'm a victim of the systems, the outer world, etc. No, you're a divine sovereign being. The guides are saying, please claim that. You are not a victim of anything or anyone at all. And this opens you up to the higher timelines of manifestation. It reminds you that you are a master. You are a divine creative master. We were created in the image of the Creator. So we also are creators and creatrixes in this world. And we have to claim that at its highest level, that we can create from the highest frequencies of light. So in order to allow these highest creative timelines to be manifested through you, you must release and let go of all of the old timelines, the old definitions and ways of being, and any victim consciousness that you may be holding. So that is the invitation. The light codes are here. Your job, if you choose to take it, is to say, yes, Divine Source, I am ready to let go of all victim consciousness, both known and unknown, in all layers and levels of my being now. Yes, I claim this, and I'm in gratitude and I'm grateful for the release of all victim consciousness within my energy field, within my knowing, my not knowing. I release it, I send it back to the light to be transmuted back to light. Because there's nothing wrong with having been in victim consciousness. It was a learning, the guides are saying. But now it's time to let it go, so that the greatest manifestations of your soul can take place in this lifetime. Many of you, for many lifetimes, have been working so hard to get to this particular life in order to manifest that highest timeline. Can you feel that excited, expanded energy? It's a reminder. Hey, everyone, we're here. The party's on. But we have to drop the baggage from all other lifetimes. We have to drop the baggage of all the generations that we've carried. We're powerful light masters. We've carried so much crap for the generations before us. And we love everyone who came before us, of course, because without them saying yes, we wouldn't be here. So there's nothing that we need to hold in blame, of course, for the generation that came before us. We held all of this out of love because we are powerful, loving beings. And now out of love, we must drop all that we've been holding for the generations that does not align to the highest of the highest. So that's the invitation. And if it is a yes for you, The guides are saying all you need to begin doing right now is chanting, yes, 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 yes. Just start chanting that. And I'm getting that if you can chant it out loud, that would be great. And I want you to start to see every cell in your body chanting, yes, 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 yes. What you are doing with this yes is you are giving permission for the highest timeline frequencies to come in and replace the lower timeline frequencies. You are giving permission for the victim consciousness energies to be removed. You're giving permission for the heavy generational codes you've been carrying to be released. So when you say yes, you're saying yes to a massive transformation in your life. So just know that that is consciously what you are saying yes to. You're saying yes, that you're going to ride this beautiful wave of light and life now, and you're going to allow it to have you flow in the places where your soul wants to flow in this lifetime. This is what you're saying yes to. It's probably the biggest yes of your life. That's what the guides are telling me. It's probably one of the biggest yeses of your life. So breathing that in, and yes, of course there's anxiety, and there's fear, and there's doubt, and all these other things popping up that come from our human aspect. And that's beautiful, and that's fine, because we're in a human body, so we're going to have these types of reactions. And it's okay if you're feeling really anxious about the big yes, because there's ways that we have not let ourselves have the big yes in our lives because it's scary. It just triggers stuff. It's like, oh, really? I can have that? So I want everyone right now to just breathe with this yes energy. Just breathe with it. Let the fear, the doubt, the anxiety, whatever it might be, just let it be here. It's okay. Remember, the shadow is here, and we have to look at the shadow. We can't hide it, as Gwendolyn said. We can't go stuff it under a rug like we have been, because then it will rule our lives, like for many of us it has been, because we've not been wanting to look at our shadows. So in this moment right now, give permission for your shadows to be seen right here, right now, in this moment, contained in love and light. Let your shadows be witnessed by you. Invite the shadows to stand in front of you. All the shadow aspects of yourself, the ways you play victim, the ways you blame, the ways you judge, the ways you just have a negative attitude, the ways that you believe in scarcity consciousness and you believe that money's evil, all of these shadows, okay, that are keeping you from living your highest life. You know, the shadows of, I'm not a loving person, I don't deserve to be loved. You know, all of these shadow aspects of yourself. Just let them stand in front of you. Just let them stand in front of you. And I want you just to witness them. Heart open. Don't beam anything at them. Just heart open and just look at these shadows. They're not bad. They're not to be judged. They're an aspect of the soul's learning process. In order to get to the light, you must walk through the shadows. So I want you to see all those shadows in front of you. I want you to say to them, I see you. You are welcome. I see you. You are welcome. Say that out loud. And keep breathing. And just let them be witnessed. Because as you witness your shadows, or the energetic of your shadows, with your light, with your love, with no judgment, they begin to transmute and transform right before your eyes. Because hidden in these shadows is your light, is your highest expression, is your highest timeline. It's hidden there, right there in the shadows. So witness, I see you. I see you, you're welcome. And allow yourself just to be witness to those shadows. And I want you to say to the shadows, thank you. Thank you for the wisdom and the lessons. Thank you for the wisdom and the lessons. Thank you. I am grateful. I am grateful. And then I want you to see yourself bowing fully to these shadows. Just bow to all of them. Your palms open, bowing to these shadows. In gratitude for the lessons, for the learning. Blessing these shadows back into the light so they can be seen and transformed and transmuted easily with grace. Easily with grace. So you're just bowing to it. No judgment. Knowing that these were important lessons, important learnings. And it's okay to bow to the shadows. It's okay to bow and to allow the honoring of what has got you to this point as a soul and as a human through these challenges. And that you have choice to walk through those shadows into your higher timelines if you so choose. It's always a choice. So, rising from the bow, noticing if any of the shadow energies have transformed or transmuted in front of you, and seeing before you the higher timelines of your life. You may not see the detail, you may just feel the energy of it, but just setting the intention that your higher timeline energies are now in front of you. And again, heart open, and just say to the higher timelines, I see you. And I'm here now. I see you and I'm here now. And as you see these higher timelines, or you sense them, or you feel them in front of you, let your heart keep opening to receive, be receptive to these higher timelines that are in front of you. And I want you, if you're ready and willing, I want you to take a step towards the higher timelines of this life for you, and then see that higher timeline energy taking a step towards you. So you both take a step towards each other. You're taking a step towards the higher timelines, and they are taking a step towards you. What you want wants you. What you desire desires you. It wants to be at one in unity with you. So now take another step towards the higher timelines and feel that energy take another step towards you. So now you're even closer. And feel the energy, the expansion, the joy, the lightness of this energy that is here for you, that wants to merge with you and be one with you. And I'd like to invite you to take one last step towards that higher timeline energy. And as it steps towards you, you merge. You merge into the higher timeline energies of your life. Feeling that expansion in your body, letting it flow through you, letting yourself merge with the highest timelines, inviting them into your heart, into every cell of your body, into the DNA, allowing the recalibration, allowing yourself to begin to align to a new frequency, the frequency of your soul calling in this lifetime, the frequency of the reason why your soul is here. This is what this whole practice is right now. The guides are assisting us to align to our highest soul calling, our highest reason for our souls in this lifetime. This is what is being integrated and recalibrated within you at this moment, if you are a yes to it. And of course, we surround all of this in divine grace. So I invoke grace. You can invoke grace. I invoke grace. Call in grace to surround you. I see it as this golden energy. You can see this golden energy surrounding you and also entering through your crown and flowing into every cell of your body. This golden energy surrounding every cell, the DNA, letting this beautiful golden grace surround your entire energy field, because we are asking grace to please, with grace, with ease, assist us in moving into these higher frequency timelines in all areas of our life, but with grace and with ease. With grace and with ease, we can invite that in. So that as these shifts, these transformations, these transmutations, as these things happen in your life, that they are done with grace and with ease, which means you're invited to release the resistance to receiving your higher timelines. So releasing the resistance by inviting grace to come in with ease and with grace, so that you don't have to fight against your soul's calling, so that you don't have to fight against the reason why your soul is here. This is an invitation for your human ego to bow to your higher self. This is what the guides are saying. Seeing your human ego aspect of you bowing to the higher self and allowing the higher self energy to begin to take the lead in your life, knowing that aspects of our human ego are very important and that we need them. We need aspects of our human ego. They're not bad or wrong. We're just asking that that human aspect of our programmed ego step back and allow the higher self to step in, to take the lead in creating these higher timelines for us. So our human ego is still there. We can still feel it. And it is following our higher selves, so that our higher selves have sovereignty to express in the world. This means the highest light that you are gets to express in the world, in whatever way brings your soul joy. So just breathing that in, there's a lot of different energies moving, expanding for each of you in different ways. I want each of you to just move into gratitude. You can place a hand or both hands on your heart at this moment, or place a hand on the heart and a hand on the belly. And take some deep breaths as this energy continues to move. The light code downloads are almost complete. There's just a few more things that need to be added, and then they will complete the flow of this energy. So right here in this moment, just move into gratitude. Just, I'm so grateful. Just be grateful for no reason, or have a reason. Doesn't matter. Just be grateful in this moment that you are here now, sovereign, in a body, on this planet, by choice, by love. And in this moment, during this powerful eclipse, you are here now with a conscious, beautiful soul group, bringing into manifestation the highest timelines for your life. What an exquisite blessing this is that has been given to all of us here and to those who will watch later. What an exquisite blessing. Breathing that in, letting your heart break open with love, with gratitude for your life in this moment, regardless of how imperfect it looks, regardless of how messy it looks, regardless of how much you've been trapped in your shadow. Be grateful in this now moment for the beauty, the harmony, the expansion, the unity, the alignment that is here for you, the blessings, the grace that is here for you, the lightness that is here for you, right here in this now moment. Knowing that your soul has got the plan. Your soul's got the plan. It's about releasing, surrendering to that higher self soul guidance that is going to lead you and in some cases influence you in certain directions, to make certain decisions, to open to certain opportunities. Receive those messages. Those are the messages from the highest aspects of your soul that will assist you on this incredible journey to awaken your highest timelines. So be in gratitude in this now moment. Gratitude for the beautiful human family that you have and that you come from, even if it was messy and difficult. Be grateful right now for your cosmic galactic families. Be grateful for the generations that came before you. Be grateful in this moment for where you are right here, right now. In all its beauty and all its messiness, be so grateful, because this is life. It is beautiful and it is messy and it is miraculous. And so the last set of codes that want to come in are the codes of miracles. The codes of miracles. Whew, getting a lot of chills on that one. So if you are ready to receive the soul miracles, the life miracles that you have put off, pushed away in other lifetimes, or even in this one, if you're ready to receive the light codes that hold those miracles, your job is to say yes. Yes, Divine, I receive the light codes that hold miracles for my life, right here, right now. I receive. And just breathe and let whatever needs to move, move. If emotions are coming through you, let them move. Do not shut them down. Allow the energy to flow. Allow yourself to stay open, relaxed, receiving the powerful light codes of miracles for your life now. And we say thank you to the beautiful beings of light, to divine source energy, to the grace that is here, gifting us these light codes that will support us to become pillars of light on this earth. We need so many pillars of light on this earth at this time, the guides are saying. And you are called to be one of those pillars of light, to show the rest of the world, the collective, it can be done. We can ascend in our bodies and hold the highest light frequencies as divine beings of light here on this earth in a body. And we can do it with love, with choice, and with our sovereignty. We are the pillars of light. And we must go out into the world and emanate that light with our highest truth in every moment. In every moment. Even though it may look messy sometimes, even though our human will get the best of us at times, it's okay. We're still that powerful emanation of light. We just have to keep remembering it, especially in those tough moments, that we are pillars of light on this earth, here manifesting our higher timelines so that others can know it is possible. We are the imaginal cells in the goo of the cocoon. It takes imaginal cells to tell the dark goo in the cocoon, hey, you're going to be a butterfly. So that's what we are. We're those imaginal cells telling the rest of the collective, hey, you're a beautiful butterfly. So look, watch me. This is what it looks like. And then others will join in. And before we know it, we have this beautiful Aquarian community of the golden age here now on the earth, creating with love and by choice. The vision is a beautiful one. It is one that is grounded in an actual reality. And it is time for us to say yes to it. The golden age is here. We are those golden beings of light who are here to usher in and be examples at the beginning of this golden age. What a gift we have been given. What a task as souls we've been given. And we have all the support we need from the invisible realms and from other conscious souls around us so that this might happen, so that this will come to pass. Okay, so the guides are now backing off. And okay, good. So the energies are now coming in. We're going to just bring these energies into the body, bring them into the core of you. Imagine the central core of energy. You're going to bring all this energy back in, ground it into the earth through roots. Ground this energy down deep into the earth, and then also send this core energy up to connect to divine source so that you are a grounded yet connected heavenly being. And I'm going to now close down this transmission by saying thank you to all the beings of light that are here now, that will continue to be with you as your higher timelines unfold. I say thank you to all my guides who assist me in this channeling, to their wisdom, their light, and to the divine blessings from divine God Source Creator, Mother, Father, God, for all of the gifts and blessings we were given today, to assist us to continue to be those pillars of light on this earth. And with that, I say thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. It is done. It is done. So taking some gentle, soft breaths, grounding yourself in, keep grounding yourself in. These energies are very big, so you might be spinning from that transmission. So you want to just ground in and allow that energy to keep coming in and grounding it back into the earth. Claiming yourself, I'm in a body on this earth at this time. You can even tap your body and state your name. I am Linda. Just state your name. I am. And tap your body to get yourself back in the body. Woo! Big, big, big stuff here. Whew, yes. This is going to be publicly posted on my YouTube channel, so you can go back and listen to this anytime for continued integration, calibration, etc. Woo, lots of stuff moving there. I'm going to let our panel first, if there's any comments before we move to the questions. So panel, are there any comments or anything that came in that you also want to share with our beautiful group of souls here? Gwendolyn?
Yeah. There's something about honoring our value and how we value that's at the essence of this eclipse Taurus energy, our values. And that came in as a piece to, and we just opened all this energy. So we're in this moment now, but how do we create and move and listen and really honor our values and listen to each other's, listen. And how do we value ourselves, as we did with the sovereign energy. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'm glad you brought that in. Yes, valuing self. Adam or Mercy? Who wanted to speak?
Well, you know what came up for me is this is really speaking to our path. Like it just kept coming through like the blueprint for New Earth. And who are we shifting into, and who do we want to be within that whole process? And and this is it is all the things. It's letting go of the old paradigm so that we can really step into this powerful new expression of ourselves where it's just complete openness and no reservation. So it really is just a beautiful, even when you think of, Neptune and Jupiter and what that is resounding here as we start to have these planets then move forward, and we're going to go into Aries, which is okay, now we have the vision. The vision is being created right here. And so it's setting off that frequency, and then we get to shift into the action and into the manifestation, which is this Taurus energy. It's amazing.
Oh, thank you, Mercy, for sharing that. Beautiful. Adam?
Yes, yes, yes. That was amazing activation there of all the chakras. And I'm sitting here always thinking about astrology and how this eclipse is affecting my chart, and how I have 11th house as my Taurus house. And so this is such a beginning for connecting with communities in different ways, which is going to change how fulfilled I am in my life, the necessary changes and shifts that we have to, as sudden as they may come. I'm so excited to manifest more possessions to make me have more worth in this Taurus new moon in my 11th house of community, and to reach out to all of you in this Uranian type way, and to receive such a powerful transmission. I can really feel that Venus-Jupiter conjunction, and a lot of love, a lot of woos for sure. So thank you for opening up that channel and all of our chakras, and especially the heart chakra there. This has been fantastic. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, you're welcome, Adam.
And all the panel. That was amazing speaking with all of you and everybody who tuned in. I could definitely feel the energy there. So just want to include everybody.
Thank you, Adam. AJ or Amber Lee, do you have anything you'd like to share?
Linda, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much. And to everyone here in our heart circle, the energies were palpable. And there was a very distinct energy coming through the throat, and wanted to remind us that the throat is really the 7-chambered beautiful instrument, and each of the chambers are connected to a different chakra. And there was a deep clearing of all the chambers so that as we speak, each chakra can come out in a frequency of resonance so that we can create. So that beautiful energetic highway, I was seeing an energetic highway of like an electrical lightning Uranian bolt coming through the throat and connecting us to Most High, so that we can express.
Oh my gosh, so expansive, and I'm just so grateful for this transmission and this day. I had tears rolling down my face. It's a good transmission when you're literally feeling the golden light and you're feeling everything that's happening. And I guess what I want to share now is just happy rebirth day. It feels like this is our rebirth day. Yesterday in galactic astrology was the dragon, and it is literally the day of birth. It's the first glyph in the galactic calendar. So it's all starting now, and we're brand new babies. And I love that we start with the intentions, and then we, like was said, moves into the action, and then it all manifests. But we do it first in the astral, which we definitely did just now. I feel that in every cell. And thank you so much, Linda, everyone on the panel, and everybody here. God bless us all. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Amber Lee and AJ, for sharing that wisdom. And I did have, there was one question that somebody posted in the chat that I wanted to just bring up. Could you expand on imaginal cells? So I'm just going to share my understanding, and if anybody else on the panel has another understanding about imaginal cells, please jump in. But scientists to this day still don't understand what exactly happens in the cocoon when the caterpillar creates its little cocoon. It turns into this black goo, and then miraculously turns into a butterfly from this caterpillar. So in the time that it's in the cocoon and it's in that black goo, the scientists call these things imaginal cells, that there must be some imaginal cells in this black goo that tell the black goo, this is what you need to look like, you know, that then send the messages to other cells, and they're like, oh, okay, so these cells imagined it, and then the other cells start matching it, and then all of a sudden the cells come together and create this beautiful butterfly. So that's been my understanding of an imaginal cell. So if somebody else has something to add to that or whatever, please. Anyone on the panel who wants to share anything about the imaginal cells? God particles. Yes, Gwendolyn?
Mentioned that they start to gather, like it's in the goo, and when they've noticed it, it's like certain cells start to gather and create. So it had to go into the goo and become something different, and then they start to gather. So often when I hear imaginal cells and other references, it's like we're starting to kind of gather to create this part or this part or this part. So it's like those energies start to come together. So there's like that energy in the field of who we are and who's coming together. And I really feel this for the Aquarian age. It's like pods. I often feel them like dolphin pods, or we're coming together in little tribes that are creating something. So it's like feeling where you're drawn to actually be part of the creation of, you know, that part of the butterfly. Like it takes some cells doing it for all the other cells to wake up and gather together.
Yes, that's beautiful. I love that. And that's what we're doing. We're gathering together as imaginal cells right now.
Yeah.
Adam, did you want to share anything?
You know, I love this concept of imaginal cells, and I think it really ties into the Uranian new beginning here of metaphysically using our mind to establish a new imagination of what we really want that's going to feel good. And I know that Aquarius is modernly ruled by Uranus, and I know that we can use astrology, which is oftentimes associated with Uranus, as a way to use our imagination and energy in ourselves and in a deeper level of understanding. And so I'm definitely embedding an intention of that with this new moon to have more powerful work and expression of those types of elevated, innovative Uranian thoughts that are going to really revolutionize everything in the direction that we're talking about going here. So cool concept with the imaginal thoughts and the God particles here. Yeah, I love that, especially with all the Pisces energy.
Yes.
I was just going to say, it might shake us up. Like,
yeah, it has to.
It's grounded in, and we feel really connected, because when things shake around, as things change quickly, like thinking of a birth, there's that. I just keep getting like, we didn't speak to that, but Uranus is right here next to this eclipse. So things can be surprising. Things can shift quickly.
Very rare.
Directions, yeah.
Yes.
Revolution.
Beautiful. And Mercy, did you have anything you wanted to add?
You know, it's such it's kind of like a metaphor for just the quantum space, you know, where it's the cocoon. And for so many, you know, just in our old programming, sometimes it's hard to believe, right? That because we don't really understand, you know, oh, your thoughts make things, they create our life. And it's like, no, literally, if we can work to the point to where, and really in the belief system, it's allowing, right? It's not the work to create a belief. It's almost the true surrender to let it come through. And again, speaking to Jupiter and Venus right now, you know, and so to have the cocoon where everything breaks down, and from just a sheer, you know, surface view of it, you're like, oh, nothing is happening. It is just goo. Right. But underneath, everything is happening that is going to transform this into a literal new body, new experience, from a grounded experience to flying. It's beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, Mercy. Thank you for expanding on that. AJ, did you want to say something?
Linda, and for the panel, this has just been lovely. What a wonderful day to spend the eclipse with y'all.
I know. AJ, did y'all have something else to share? Or Amberly?
Yeah, just expanding on that, the imaginal cells. We are the imaginal cells, and it's the imagination of God that we are completely connected to. And we all are creating this material world through our stories and through our words. And we have the chance, as we're all in this goo together, to completely recreate the story. And so here we are recreating the stories, and everything, heaven on earth is here now. As our eyes and ears become clear to that imaginal creation of God's mind, we awaken to what's already here, this beautiful story that we're creating together. So beautiful.
You know, Linda and everyone, the angel numbers have been coming through stronger than ever. It's 847 right now that communicates to me it's infinitely perfect, that we are infinitely protected, guided, supported. We're in the mortal portal of love. We're supported. And
I love that.
me and Amberly were both born on a Wednesday, which ruled by Mercury. So these little word channels are really fun. And I also want to say, you know, being in the wave spell of the eagle, you know, the opposite of the eagle is the snake. And so it's kind of like the celestial shaman energy. It's like the ancestors, future and past, you know, the next ancestors, the next 7 generations, and then getting that higher view in the eagle and like seeing the big picture and just seeing the whole thing, like seeing all the imaginal cells and like deciding what you can create. You know, we really love to say that we are the creators of all of this. We're the writers of the story, and we get to write how this goes together. Thank you.
Amen. We do get to write how this goes. Woohoo! So let's see. I'm just going to ask if anybody who's watching, if you want to type any other questions into the chat that you might have for the panel, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and start closing down. Okay, so some beautiful thank yous that I'm seeing in the chat. Any other questions anybody has for anyone on the panel or just in general? Okay, I think everyone's stunned. So we're gonna let everybody be with the energy. Looks like people really enjoyed the call, and it is a beautiful day to be doing this. So I'm just going to ask that everybody today spend just some time on the earth. Just go and touch the earth with your bare feet, your hands. Go hug a tree, kiss a plant. Do something with the earth today to remagnetize your body. And also making sure you drink lots of extra clean water and maybe some minerals to really remineralize yourself, because we just did some big energy work today. So you want to take care of yourself. And anything else that anybody wants to share? Gwendolyn?
I just posted my contact info, and if people want to be on my email list, and the others could do that too if we want to reach us. And maybe you can post it underneath the YouTube when you do it.
Okay, I'm going to write that stuff down. So everybody who wants to share their information so that clients can get a hold of you if they would like to use your services, then please put that information in the chat. Wonderful. So is anybody doing any particular event that they want to just announce, and then people can follow up with contacting you if there's a particular event you're doing that you would like to invite people to?
I don't have anything scheduled at this time, but I do have a special session rates. So if people message me and they'd like to do sessions, and I also do, as all of us bring other tools in, I do constellation work. And if I am going to be scheduling an event soon, so I.
Wonderful. And tomorrow I'm going to be doing a gathering online, Sovereign Woman Sacred Partnership. So if you are interested in that, I've already sent out some private invites to that, but I'll probably be sending out a bigger invite to anybody who's interested. So just let me know. Those of you who know me can reach out to me and let me know. Okay, and everybody make sure you wrote down all the information for people's contact and websites that we can go check everybody out. So I'm just going to do a nice little quick loving closing, and then we will be off to enjoy the rest of our eclipse day.
Hey, Linda.
Yes.
I just want to say we don't have a specific event, but it did come through recently that me and Amber Lee together are now doing transformational activation ceremonies.
Oh, beautiful.
Sessions. So Amber Lee's a licensed counselor, and I've been guiding people with astrology, and together we'd love to help anybody out.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you so much for putting that out there. Excellent. Okay. Anything else? No?
Well, I'm always doing readings and a lot of massages, and with my information, you can reach out to me if you ever want to see where this eclipse is in your chart, which house is being activated, what planets it's conjunct, and how to work with this new beginning a little more intimately. It's always fun to work one-on-one and really go deep and know thyself as we go through all these big changes moving forward. I love the astrology and connecting with people, and Zoom and Aquarius land is getting more comfortable and fun. So we can connect all over the world, and we did today, and that was really cool. So thank you.
You're welcome. And Mercy, is there anything you want to share about your services?
I as well love working with individuals, and also I love working with children's charts and family charts, doing family constellations. We have all these little star seeds coming to the planet, and it's time to start doing things differently in the realm of those kiddos. So I love working with parents, whether it's astrology, Ayurveda, just helping everybody maintain a balance and understand what everybody needs on an individual basis.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, I forgot you work a lot with the astrology with children and families, which I think is a beautiful focus.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is. It is. Gwendolyn?
Thank you to you, Linda, for gathering us and all the
You're welcome.
other speakers and all those that are here, just feeling the deep gratitude that in all the ways you gather.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you all for saying yes, for your spirit to guide you to be here today for this. I hope that you will all want to come on and do another one of these fun things again soon as I'm guided. And yes, we're going to be looking at the next eclipse, I think you said in May. So we might want to come together again for that. I think that would be fun. So anyway, much love. I send blessings to each and every beautiful soul that is here, to all of our beautiful guests who are here, who are sharing their genius in the world. Those of you who know me, you know that I do private sessions, and I also do mentorships, and I'm always offering these kinds of things. I do transmissions. I do a whole lot of fun stuff. So if you want to learn more about what I do, just reach out to me, and we'll have a chat about how I can support you on your transformational journey. So anyway, I send blessings to everyone. Thank you, beautiful guests, for being here today. Have a beautiful eclipse. Enjoy manifesting the highest dreams of your highest timelines, and just joy, light for everyone. Such grace. Thank you all. Many blessings.
Thank you, Linda.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Goodbye to all the beautiful participants that were here listening. We love you.
Love you. Aloha.
Bye.